Hello, it's Get Carter here for a few more cycles of oxygen not included, and with any luck we'll actually get some stuff done. So I've got everything organised for the gold volcano. It took a while, so I'm curious to see what happens with that much volume and heat. I will switch this off so it'll revert to its settings. The other thing I wanted to do first, though, is we need to expand the cooling system. So I'm going to have this bit here cooled. This is where the gold's going to drop into, just to keep that at a low temperature. And I'm going to have those cooled as well. Hopefully there's enough, or it can cool enough. Might set the cooling to happen first, because I also would like to disconnect these. So you're going to go there, and then this one then goes out here, and that one then goes back there. I added a diamond window here, just to try to stop the aluminium forming into a rock. So I think it didn't have enough, like it wasn't cooling down fast enough to turn into the metal near the end. So I'm hoping that that will work. I've got this done now as a little metal container. I've got some ice if it ever gets warm enough. Fine gold. Alright, let's see what happens. You gonna heat up? The water's slowly heating up. Ooh, slowly. Now you're slowly coming down. Alright, so what are you still going down? Yeah, it's still going down a lot. There's a lot of heat in... Nah. I did think that that could possibly happen, because there is a very large amount of heat sitting here. You still... Yeah, erupts. What we can do is... I'm going to dig this out, but I'm going to let the heat go a little bit. There we go. That's nearly 2 tons. Let's see how much this heats up. 0.3 of a cycle until it's... Yeah, well that's really not very hot. We're up to 17.4 tons of refined gold. So we're not doing too bad. I will build this one out at some point. I just want to get my power up first. This is cold, so what I'm going to try to do is maybe use this cold here to keep that cool. So I'll get rid of this water, then I'll dig out this bit and expose this to the cold to that and see how we go. Okay, we've finally sorted out... Open that. Sorted out this system so it is in a vacuum. So what I want to do is I want to start pumping in the crude oil into here to start with. So in theory, everything's got its filters. I actually think I want to put you down here at some point. We can go down there. I'm not going to do it right now. It's still crude oil to pump there. Crude oil to pump all around here. So I'm going to activate all of the stuff. It's not going to do anything straight away because I'm not... I think both of these pumps are off. Yeah. So this can't pump out anything, but what I want to do is get the crude oil in. So you should be... I think you actually will pump out, yeah. So the crude oil is going to go into these, so I've got a backup of crude oil if I can have it. And then they're going to pump into these two sides. There's no gas in here, so they shouldn't have air bubbles anyway. I hope not. I'll be somewhat annoyed. Alright, so basically, if this thing's above what? Probably 240 even. These things are 270, 275. We'll say 240. I reckon I could go up higher later on. You aren't connected. Wait, no, you are. So if this is, say it's above 0, we don't want anything to happen here. And this one is going to be, if it's above, no, below, don't. Actually, that shouldn't matter. Below, please. Open up. Yeah, we actually don't want that to transfer. I'm wondering if that's going to... I might set this one off. Don't know. If it turns to gas, I'm going to have to use this thing to pump it out again. So this is basically ready to go. Now, I'm not going to use the coal straight away, but we've got... So we've got a petroleum. Although I don't think I have my... Now what have you got? That's a hydrogen. Hydrogen. Hydrogen's up here. Now, I did want to deconstruct all of this. Have you got a way up? Yeah, you have. Deconstruct. How's it? Buildings? Not you. Right. Let's get this deconstructing as quickly as we can. Because I want to put in a second one of these now. Hold on. Yeah, this is going to have to go too. So what we actually want to do is deconstruct you, and you can go up here. We'll do plastic later. So we want all of these to have their own individual batteries. So I'll tell you what, you can have that battery. How about we just go... You can have that one. What am I using? I don't want to use steel. Ah! No, it was too copper. So you have you... Ah, no, don't. You have you... You have you... You have you. Ah. We only need to use those four, basically. And we'll... Do that, do that, do that. So I want to set this up with what I want to use first and what I want to use last. So hydrogen is basically... If I've got hydrogen, I want to burn it. So... You are going to be like right up to 95 as soon as it gets below 90. So basically, hydrogen's going to be the first thing to burn off. And then natural gas, although I don't think I actually have access to natural gas on this one, but I will eventually when I start making fertilizer. So you are, hold on, which one were you? So natural gas is this one. So if we do 90 and, I don't know, 85. What is that? 95, 90, 90, 85. So those two I'm happy just to burn off when I've got them. And then petroleum, I want to do it a fair bit lower. like to the extent of maybe 50 and 70. So even I want to give a chance for the hydrogen and natural gas to sort of cover it if I can, and then the petroleum is more a backup if I can't, and coal is basically if there's no other choice. So coal hopefully just won't go off very much at all. You've done it. So we can basically start it as soon as I'm ready. This power is connected up. Well, this power should be connected up. I don't have to worry about cooling yet. This is what, minus 19. I will soon after it starts, but not immediately. Yeah, what do we got? You're down there. You're now down there. You'll connect up there. So as soon as we basically got that power in, and as soon as we can get, just want construction, please. As soon as we get this automation in, we'll go. We'll also for you. Oh, did I not? Oh, that's right. Yeah, can we get this done? In fact, I would like that done immediately. I can go and do that one as long as I go like that. And get those done on 8. Say, how's this monstrosity going? Yeah, I'm really worried that that's going to almost inclined to just start pumping it. Where's the... Oh no, the petroleum's just going straight. So we don't have... we've got oil. So this, the rest of this crude oil will be used. Seeing this is just a test. To see if I screwed up. Okay, it's below. There we go. Yep, I'm gonna have to pump it out. How hot is it? 481. Yeah, it's way too hot for 260. Ah, well that's screwed up. So let's pump out low and let's switch you on. It's not too tragic. It just means that I've got to pump out all the sour gas, which is just irritating. Next time I'll make sure there's enough crude. Actually, what we can do is we can turn this on, and that will... The more crude oil we have here, the less room the gas has got to go. So at least that'll cover a couple of blocks. Alright, the inevitable has happened, and no power wire connected. Oh, the wire melted. Gods. This thing's overheated, which means they'll all eventually overheat, and they all are higher. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do it the old-fashioned pump hydrogen in here and keep it cool enough and absorb the heat. So I'm going to have to redo all of these once they go dormant. Which is not now, so I'm not going to do it now. No, you're not dormant either. Oh, it's got a lot of power. This one, actually, this one I can just cool it down without having to worry about loading onto the loader. So for the power here, I think I used heavy conductive wire here, so I might continue to not do it on urgent. There, go there. How much we got? 18. Oops. You there, and we got heaps. So this is a one asteroid where we could just go straight to the heavy watt conductive wire. Although that did chew up a lot, maybe not. But you can definitely use it for this bit anyway. Because we've got hydrogen, natural gas, solar. We might have to convert to using the heavy watt wire. You know, this would be far more convenient for solar. I might switch the solar to that side and then just run the power down to here. Now, let's see how this goes. So this is a lot of stuff that is to cool this down. Yeah. So that bunker tile is very hot. Now, hopefully, so what are you? You're at 240. You're at 3. Alright, so this is heating up slower. There we go. So what's your temperature at? Well, if we stick it at 350, because I don't want it to go, what is it, 399? It's got a fair bit of space between them, so yeah. 360. It's actually cooling down too well. I need this bit to stay warmer. I thought the heat would be... Yeah, look at it. Right. Let's do 360. $342. I'm expecting the system to take a little bit to get going. Oh, there we go. What's that petroleum? 160? I think we're gonna have to... Where'd I put it? I put it up here. I'm going to have to put this liquid filter back, I think. You deconstruct instantaneously. Alright, well, I was thinking the heat would do more, but now I've got to figure out what the heck I'm going to do. Get that built, and we are also going to now, where is it? What we can do is say you can go there as long as, is that the right one? Yeah. So you go there. As long as there's not something going, not petroleum going through the pipes, then it can do its thing. What do we got? And that'll actually also be good in case any accidental crude oil gets in here. This has not got the heat. transfer to do a decent amount. We can probably use the, I think there's a lava there, so we might have to use that lava as a means to, oh, new day. As a means to do it. But sadly enough, this just has not got... I mean, the only bright side is obviously the oil that's coming out of here is heated. The oil being added is a decent... Right, so why were you like that? See, that's... Yeah, so we'll have to see... The sort of... It might change as the system itself heats up. As the crude oil that's going into the system is hotter to begin with, and it requires less heat, maybe it'll fix it, or at least maybe it'll make it easier. But I'm not sure that that's going to be the case. Okay, so that didn't work. If there was enough heat and it was just continually going, maybe. I think there's enough heat transfer that this crude oil could just soak it all up, but there's not enough. There's just not enough heat coming through. So, and this would have the same problem because it's all turned to rock. It's just not going to cut it. It'll trundle along slowly, but we're not going to be able to rely on it as a source of petroleum. So we're going to need to basically redo our food. Who's got unpermitted food? You lot should not... Ooh, I've got no power because I was mucking around with the power. You know what? What's your oxygen like? Your oxygen is terrible as well. Whoops. That's... You've got lots of power. What's going on? Did something get damaged? You're hooked up, aren't you? You're hooked up. Right. That would be why. So, yes. So we forgot to hook up the power. Which is now done. These things obviously have no... Yeah, they have no juice in them. What we need to do is quickly get rid of that. And then we will get rid of that. And then we'll reconnect up that. Now, I want you to... well, we'll get some oxygen back here, shall we? That's because I was overly focused on other things that did not work out well. I have to rethink. Just mop you up. You can go where you go. Get you done, please. Yep, that'll do again. You've got power. These ones, to be honest, I can just deconstruct them all. They don't need it. What are you doing? So you're doing that. You don't have much power, but that's fine because we've got all these guys. So what we want to do is put... Where are you? do 40 and 25, I think it was. I still want as much as my power to come from hydrogen. Oh wait, no, that was 30 and 25. Wrong one. You. We'll go 61 and 40, shall we? Yeah, alright, you go from there. We want most of the power to be hydrogen. We want the petroleum as backup. And then the coal as the backup for the backup. Alright, so we've got the volcanoes to fix up that I screwed up. We've got a rocket to put into space so I can do the rest of the research. I got to reconstruct the rocket for that one. What else we got? I'll have to move the oil production. I was hoping this would be enough, but it's not going to be. Not even close. So we're going to have to keep doing oil production manually for the second. And I want to shift it, I don't know, somewhere that's not in the middle of the base. And I want to move the power over here as well. Hopefully Muddlin is starting to breathe a little bit. Yeah, well, the oxygen's being generated, so fingers crossed that's going to, yeah, that's going to fix up. Alright, we'll leave it there anyway. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.